Hi, and welcome to the 2009 Sony Digital Photo Frame Convegineer module. We have a whole host of new features in our frames this year, so let's get to it. Our digital photo frames this year are more beautiful than ever, they're very easy to use, and there's a lot of cool new fun features. In terms of the styling, it's a very elegant, unique styling. It's very uncluttered, so it fits in any decor, the bedroom, the living room, the kitchen. As well, we've added wall mounts this year to make it a little more usable. So looking from last year, in 2008, the front panel material was acrylic in all models. Now we have glass for unsurpassed clarity on the top of the line models. We still maintain acrylic in the D series, and there's no front panel material on our A72 models. And they all have wall mounts now if people want to get them mounted up on the wall. Looking at the image quality improvements, because Sony and displays were all about the image quality, the resolution is now 1024 by 600, an improvement over last year. 3 color modes, much like our televisions, portrait, standard, and dynamic. Each one has a different character to it. The Beyond's imaging engine, we've improved the auto touch-up function, and the contrast is improved over our 2008 models. And it's done with our true black technology. So conventionally, if you look here, as the light hits the LCD and reflects off, the front panel can alter that a bit in the reflection, so you get a little bit more of a washed out look. By improving our what we put between the front of the frame and the LCD, it actually improves the light transmission, so we get less of that bouncing around, and we get an increase in our contrast ratio and an increase in the brightness. This year we've really improved the color reproduction, and we've also added the ability to change the modes into 3 presets: portrait, standard, and vivid. Much like our TVs, if you want the images to really pop, you pick the vivid. If you want the most accurate color, you're going to pick the portrait, so you get the true image quality. So those are really easy to set. You just pick one of 3, and you can adjust it obviously at any time. With the auto touch-up, our Beyond's processor, the same processor we use in the alpha cameras and in some of our point and shoot cameras now, is now available to do touch-up in the frame. So skin smoothing, red eye correction, exposure and focus correction, auto dodging, and white balance correction are all available. As we look in this example, the auto dodging allows you to get a much nicer final image out of an area that's got a heavy backlight or a poor exposure balance. So you can see how it just improves that automatically. The white balance correction, again, looking at pictures, the white balance is a bit off. With a simple one-touch correction, you have a picture that looks beautiful and accurate. In terms of the use, we've changed the whole controls to make it a lot easier to use. So using the little crossbar with the enter makes it much easier to move all the functions in while you're operating the menu, because you can just move left, move up, move down, and it's all very natural. Looking in terms of what devices you can use with it, you've got the wide range of memory cards, all the major ones: compact flash, SD, SDHC, XD, and of course Memory Stick Pro, Standard, and Duo. USB drives, and with an optional Bluetooth adapter, you can actually send pictures from your Bluetooth enabled camera phone if your phone supports that feature. So a lot of ways of getting pictures on there. Because of that Beyond's processor, it's very, very fast. You can have, even from our top of the line camera, which can take a picture that's 48 megapixels in size, you could put that on the frame and it would just display, and you wouldn't be waiting for it to render. With a 12 megapixel photo, it can rescale it down onto the screen in less than 1.7 seconds. So it's very, very high performance, and you just take your camera out. You don't have to redo everything or pre-process them. You can just take your pictures right out of your camera and start looking at them. We've improved the capacity of the memory. So at the top of the line we have 2 gigabytes of internal memory, and in the middle of the line 1 gigabyte of internal memory. The entry level is 128 megabytes. Still 250 photos of an average size. In terms of the actual operation, we've got the automatic orientation sensor, which automatically changes how the pictures are displayed depending on whether or not you're looking at portrait or landscape. You get a full function remote control that lets you use all the functions at a distance. And this year we also have an auto dimmer so that it will adjust the backlight depending on the ambient brightness of the room. So if you have it in your bedroom and you turn the lights down, maybe you're watching TV or reading a book, it'll automatically dim the frame so it's not blasting light and lighting up your whole room. So that's a great feature just to keep that image and the whole frame blending into your decor and not standing out. As you can see here, there are a lot of options. Slideshow views, calendar views, clock views, all sorts of different with translucent, side by side, and you can see here just all the various options that you have. It's really convenient if you're using this on a desk at work. It's a great way to get your family memories and something useful with the clock and the calendar at the same time. You can see all these neat little frames that are done up, and it's just something to have more fun with your pictures. You can get all the information in EXIF data. You can have the picture fully fit the screen or see every pixel of the picture. You can scroll by indexes. There's just so many different things you can do with the frame. It's a pleasure to use. So that gives you an idea of your many options for displaying your pictures, clock and calendar information, just making the frame that much more usable to you. In terms of connectivity, we have an HDMI and a USB connection, so you can connect the frame to a printer or a computer to transfer images that are in the frame and print them up or put them on a computer. As well, with the HDMI connection, you can look at all the pictures on your Bravia TV. It'll also play music through there and allow you to have a great slideshow experience. So if you have your best pictures on your photo frame and a bunch of people come over and they're all crowded around in a corner in the kitchen, you can take it over to the TV and give everybody a big slideshow. As well, with the clock feature, you can use it as a alarm clock. And you've got a mechanical on-off switch. The alarm can go on and wake you up in the morning. So looking at the lineup, we started the A series, we moved to the D series, getting a little bit bigger, and the V and the X provide all these features we've been talking about. For a complete rundown, we have this chart that you'll be able to download just to compare all the models between the various sizes and the model numbers. So make sure you have a look at that. So that's it for Digital Photo Frame 2009. They're beautiful frames, they're easy to use, and they've got a lot of fun features. Remember to take the Convegineer course exam, and there will be a link right around this video somewhere to do that. And have a look at all the other little demos that we have on the site. And we thank you for your time today.